Right then, lots to get through today. This is the sum total of 2 guard boot sales and a little antiques fair, which the antiques fair was great. First car boot sale wasn't so good. I found a couple of pieces. The second car boot sale was vast, huge, and halfway round I'd found next to nothing. 2 items that were far too expensive for me and my pocket, so I thought it was a dead loss. And just about giving up, went and had a cup of tea. I thought, oh God, we might as well finish it off, and hit some lovely finds after that. So yeah, worth persevering, I think. And the first thing we got at that one was this old snap-on cabinet. Now, I don't have a snap-on cabinet. It's too expensive. But we found this at the car boot sale, and the fella who was roughly my age, 21, obviously, said this was a lot older than he was. And I've got no reason to disagree. It's built with some real quality when snap-on was good. And it cost me 40 quid, which I thought weren't bad at all. So if I open, it's got no lock, so I need to replace that. Open it up, and there you go. I suppose these go on here and lock those in some way. There's something missing there. I wonder what that is. Oh, I'll have to work on that. I'll do a little bit of research. But yeah, snap-on cabinet, not in bad shape. Yeah, a few little running repairs, maybe. But to display vintage tools and to store vintage tools, what's better than a vintage cabinet? That's what I thought anyway. So, I think a great find at 40 quid. I'm sure somebody could tell me if it was worth more. I've done all right, but it's not about money for me. It's about the collecting. That's all I care about. Right, now you have to bear with me with this because, well, it's blooming heavy and I ain't got a lot of space on this table. So how's that? Can you see me now, right? Yeah, all good. Right, that'll live there. Now, also at the same car boot, I picked up this metal piece of rubbish. Can you see that? Okay, and a nice piece of junk. Why did I pick this up? Well, if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know I picked up a nice dustpan and brush, which was exactly the same colour green and rust as this. And I thought, oh, that's quite nice. Now, I know these are broken. They're buggered, aren't they? I know that. But I thought that might be a nice little project for my son to have a crack at on his 3D printer to replace the broken ones. Now, I don't think they can do it in clear, which is fine. There's a couple of little odds and sods in there, a couple of hooks. But yeah, little experiment, bit of fun. Maybe replace them all, I don't know. So that was £1. We broke the bank on that one. Another £2 item was this, I believe, is a solicitor's documents box. Now, lovely colour inside, really clean. Looks like it's been fixed on the wall actually, because there's 3 holes in the back. No key for a lock, but I wondered if I took it to a locksmith, you think they can make a key for it? I don't know, might be worth a go. So that was £2, I think. There was another one exactly the same, different interior colour, in further round earlier on in the big car boot, and he wanted £8, and I was going to come back to him, and when I did go back to him, of course it had gone, but I got that for £2 anyway. So 3 backy tins, really nothing really interesting there. That's just a nice hinge one, full of old tut. We like tut on tools and tut. So right, that's the that was that lot. I picked up this brush. Now it looks pretty grubby, and it is pretty grubby actually, but it reminded me of the ones that the barbers use to you know, sort your shoulders out when you've had your hair chopped. I don't know, 50p or a pound. This probably horsehair, I suppose. Quite stiff. Yeah, nice wooden handle. Should clean up nice. It'd be interesting. So there's that. Now, this I thought was cracking. Now, is that close enough? Can you read all that on there? This immaculate tin, again, another £1, I thought was gorgeous. Just, there's not a scratch, there's not a dent, there's not a speck of rust. I thought, how can I go past that? I thought it was lovely. A nice coloured aged red. You can't make really these sort of patinas and colours. Lovely. Elastoplast. Extension plaster crosswise stretch. So I think it's more plaster cast as in, you know, the stuff that goes hard rather than plasters or anything. Keeping a cool place. So I'll put it there on the radiator. Right. What should we go to next? Because there are quite a few little bits. This thing I picked up, which is some sort of press. I liked it. I like the look of it. I'm not convinced it's that old. It might be. I don't know. And I don't know what it was for. Doesn't go all the way. So any suggestions of what we think that might be would be nice to know, but I thought we might make a good paperweight or something. Yeah, it doesn't look like it looks like something that would be on the table. It doesn't look like something that would go on a car, would it? It's not a, you know, some sort of press for a clutch or anything like that. No markings on it whatsoever, but I just liked it. So there it goes. Put that up there out of the way. Right, whistling on. Where should we go now? There's a couple of little pieces I picked up at the, I think the antiques place. Again, another key. LDT, London. No, it's not London Transport, is it? But it looks, again, like it's not. But it looks like, well, it's a plumber's key. I don't think it's a conductor's key off the buses or anything. But yeah, LDT. I'm sure I could Google it and find out. Now these can openers and lid openers, I haven't picked up many of these. I haven't seen any of these for ages. This one's got quite a lot of writing on it actually. Insert, it tells you how to do it. Insert, it's grubby. I need the strong glasses, don't I? Should have known better. Right. Insert hook and under can rim and lever upwards. Piercing something holes, registered design, blah blah, made in England. But on the back it says, and I'm sure you won't be able to see, how's that, is that close on? It says Coca-Cola in very far, I mean that's really lightly on there, but it's there. Two more bottle openers. This one's an iron coupe, which used to be everywhere when I was a kid. Iron coupe, double diamond, nice double diamond. See that okay? Disappeared off the face of the earth, iron coupe. As far as I know, it's probably bought out by one of the others. This one says opener, and there's a RD7026667 number on it, and that says crown cork. Don't know much anything about that either, but they're nice. I like bottle openers, so they're in there. Now, I found this knocking around on the, I think it's a crate opener, isn't it? Knocking around on a store. It's a braids. Made in England. I didn't spot the damage. It cost me £2. But didn't spot that damage. Doesn't really matter. But I like the colour. It matches that. It's the same colour purple as that Stocks and Dice set I had a week or two ago. I think it's to do with crates and this serration on there. But yeah, nice thing I thought. I haven't got one. So that goes in the collection. Now, this, I must admit, I really enjoyed. I found this. Where did I get this? I can't think. I lent it to a friend of mine to because he wanted a copy of the design. He was that impressed with it. I can't even remember where I got it. But it's a brass hammer. No maker's mark, so I expect it's been made. Somebody's made it at home. But it does a couple of little things. First up, you open that part, and your hammer has now turned into a screwdriver. See that all right? If you take the end off, you have a Phillips screwdriver. You take the end off of that, you have an even smaller screwdriver with a broken blade, but I can easily repair that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 tools, and if you open that, there's a tiny little Phillips. Look at that. So I think that was somebody's home project, but I thought, what a lovely item. What a lovely... When I found it, I was just... More and more things were popping out of it. And I thought, oh, this is... What am I doing here? I wouldn't be surprised if there's more in here somewhere that I haven't found yet. It would be a nice turn up. But yeah, a lovely little thing. So brass and steel, I suppose. That goes in there, doesn't it? That screws on the end of that. What a clever design. Now, this, I think, was homemade. And a separate day, a different fair, but looks very similar. Same kind of knurling, nothing on the end there to hang on. It's this automatic centre punch which doesn't work. At least I don't think it works. Again, it comes apart. It has the bang and the push pin. That goes on there. And I think there's a spring in here too in that upper section. I've got to have a good play with this to see if I can... Look, there's a big powerful spring there. So to see if I can get it working properly, because I haven't really had a go on any hard surfaces with it yet. So I don't know if it needs to be hit with a hammer. I don't know. I don't know how this works. I need a play. I've got absolutely no movement in there. Maybe the spring should be in... I think that's the wrong way round, isn't it? I don't know. Again, I suspect this is somebody's idea of... playing on their lathe at home and they knocked it up, but can't remember how much it was. Wasn't much, but it's very similar to that one that I already had, so I thought I'd get that. Now, we've all seen these hand clamps. These are the loads, are 2 a penny. I've got more than I can count really, but this one, other than some letters, that there's some GOC by the look of it from the owner who had it, but I just liked it for the little tiny details. You see these little, they're pattern details in it. They're not there for any other reason than decoration. And when this was made, everything was decorated. And I just think somebody made the time and effort to make this, manufacture this, and they added just that little... Can you see that? Okay, little tiny details for no reason really. Quality. I can't find a make on it yet, but it's not been scrubbed up and cleaned, so... be nice if I could find something on there. It may be, I don't know. But isn't that nice? Just elevates it just that little bit. Now, something else I picked up at Gordon's, where I got this from, is a handheld reamer. A nice wooden handle. Again, probably made at home. I haven't seen a maker. It's sharp as anything. Yeah, engineer's tool. Nice. One of these like skeleton screwdrivers. Don't see many of these at the moment. I haven't seen one for ages, that's why I picked it up. The next to nothing. Now, right, let's go and have a look at this. Is it a Rabone? Yes, it is a Rabone. Boxwood made in England. It's just a really nice one. None of your metric on there, is there? 8, 16, 35-inch rule. In really nice condition. Look at that, folds up nice. Beautiful. Again, I can't remember what I picked that up for. Now, these 4 items I got off the same store. Ubiquitous kind of mole grips. Self-gripping wrench, Great Britain, Newport, Isle of Wight. I've seen a few of these with green paint on. Maybe they, I don't know if they were, the moles were, hang on, does it say mole? Yes, it does. The M part hasn't been stamped very well, but yeah, registered trademark. I don't know if they sold them as green. I think they must have done. But yeah, nice pair of mole grips. Now these kind of crimping pliers of some sort, look like a hammerhead shark. They'll clean up quite nicely. Now we got a make on there. Yes, we have Timson's, I think. Is it Timson's? Timmins? It's in there. See if you can see that better than me. How's that? Is that nice and close enough to look? You can freeze the frame and have a look. Read that better than me. So there's some sort of crimping pliers. These curved handled hammer and gripping pliers. I'm not sure what they would have been specifically used for. Don't think they're plumbers ones. I can't find a mark on there yet, as of yet, but by the time I clean them up, we might do. But I haven't got that shape. That's quite an odd shape, isn't it? And these pliers, again, like a ball nose, they're quite short. But look how fine that cutting edge is. There's not no light going through those. That's why I picked them up, really, because they'd probably be as good as the day they were made once they're cleaned. They've got some patterning, and there's a diamond there, which probably was the make, and it's rubbed off. Oh, a diamond on that side too. Oh, I'll be able to find out. I'll Google that and have a look at it. There's a C. I think it's a C. Yes, a C impressed in that side. Yeah, so interesting pair of pliers, I thought. Now we get back to lead, and I found this motorbike. Can you see that okay? It looks like it's soft lead to me. I think this might be one of those things that used to be on a fairground, you know, where you shoot them and knock them over. I think that's what it is. There's no evidence or shooting marks on it, so, you know, you think it might be a little bit pitted or anything, but that's the only use I can think of why that was made. It's not very flat. It needs a little work to tidy it up. I thought that was nice. Then I picked up this, which is not really my kind of thing. Dinky Toys. Mikado, made in England. But it's a national benzol mixture truck. So it's a petrol truck. And I like a lot of petrol things, but it's got the nice flame head, is it? Hermes type head on the top there. And if I am going to pick up occasional toy car, I like them in this condition. I like them played with. I like to see a bit of history on them. I don't want them new in a box. What's the point of that? It's had no life. It's just sat in a box the whole time. I much rather have them like this. They're a bit cheaper, I suppose. This cost me £5, I think. Oh, and that wheel's a bit gammy. Yeah, I could do replacing that. But I liked it. I like it. So it goes there, look. With my motorbike. Now, bit of a weird one. Where have I put it? There it is, down here. Oh, this thing. A tin of paint. Well, I thought it was paint initially. It says international, an international paints product. Can't really, there's a lot of writing on the top there. Can you see that okay? If you can freeze in on it, you might be able to read it better than me. Stopping and trowel cement. Now the reason I you know, it's nothing, is it? It cost me, I don't know, 3 items for £1, I think, and this was one of them. The reason I got this really was because when I picked it up, I could not believe the weight. This thing is heavy, and I do mean heavy. So I got some scales. Now I thought, let's have a go at weighing how heavy this is. So I've nicked these from the kitchen. I'll turn it on. Right, let's have a go. It weighs 1.111 kilograms. Don't know what's that in old money, or if you Google it for me.
2.449.
What?
Pounds.
2.449 pounds. 2.5 pounds. Which I think's a lot of weight for a tin. So I thought, oh, maybe the stuff inside has gone off. It probably has, hasn't it? It's just gone rock hard. But still, I didn't think accounted for the weight. So I thought I might try and get this lid off. And, oh yeah, come off very easy. See what's inside. And it is exactly what I thought. The solid goop. Some red colour there. But, yeah, look. Nice, lovely, solid-ish. It would, I could probably scoop some out of that. No, I shouldn't. But yeah, so let's put that back on. Whatever the hell it is, I'll look into that. I will Google it and find out what that's all about. Right, that was a weird thing. Now, I found a bloke at the car boot sale on Sunday, and he had a huge array of tools on his table. Now, I didn't get round to him till quite late, and people were buzzing round him, and I'm not surprised because he'd obviously cleaned up all the tools he had, and they were in wonderful condition. I've never seen anything like it, and the prices were sensible too. So I bought a few pieces off him. Well, there's the prices on one. There wasn't much left really because he had them all. It was all going. It's going like grease lightning. So I bought these 3 little vices. You see the various prices. I think I got them for 18 because it tallied up to 12. Yeah, 20 quid, but I had it up. I got it for 18, which I felt was a bit mean. I should have, because he'd obviously put a lot of hours into cleaning these up. Now this one's a made in England. It weighs a ton actually. It's a good weight, and it just says made in England 70. So I don't know if that's a record or not a record table vice, but it's a heavy one, blooming heavy. Then there's this one. Now I've picked up one of these in poor condition, but he's painted it, hasn't he? The bullseye vice, ball use vice, British made, pending. Now the one I had also had these cutouts in, but he still had the wooden jaws in. But look, he's cleaned this up. It's just immaculate. £6. How could I ignore that? And then I picked up this one, which is Univice. I think I may have one of these, a V6 Univice. But look at the condition. I mean, that is, for me, that's the perfect condition. I don't want to take it any further. It's got its patina in it, patina. Happy with that. Love them. No work required. I thought they were lovely, and I also picked up this. Now this is an Eclipse hacksaw blade. I've got several of them, but none of them have been cleaned up as well as this. That was off this man's stall, and that's the quality of things he was doing. Beautiful. Absolutely lovely colour on that. Just mint. Absolute mint. And I think that was £2.50. I wouldn't have got it because I've got, as I say, I've already got this one, but it's just in such lovely condition, so lovely cleaned up. I had to have it. So that was him. Now, a couple other little bits I got. This was from the Antique Fair again, which is a record 100 years vice. Sheffield, England. Just the advertising kind of vice. I've got a few of these little miniature. Did I say vice? I meant anvil. Yeah, a few of those, but not the 100 years one. And then I picked up some oil cans. We'll start up with this one. I do know the name of this, and it's completely gone out of my head. The make of this little one. Isn't that a sweet little pump oil can? Can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. I do know though, because I googled it. But yeah, isn't that a lovely little thing? Beautiful little 1/8 of a pint that holds. 1/8 of a pint. Then I picked up this one, which was a nice shape. It's a Bramey, is it Brame Leeds? Brame U2. Not the band, I don't think. Again, a pump action. But what I liked, I know it's silly, but it's the spout. Look at the detail in that brass spout. Can you see that okay? Look, the knurling, the pattern in there for no reason. You don't need it in a working tool, do you? But in those days, everything had to look nice. Victorian days, I suppose. And I thought that was beautiful. Just the devil's in the detail, isn't it? And a tiny hole in the end there. So not very thick oil, I should think that was used for. What would it have been used for? Machinery of some sort. Maybe a lathe, I don't know. But a very fine point on the end and a beautiful nozzle. And last of the oil cans is this old big boy. Your classic K's pie crust. In very, very nice condition. Now, I've got a few, but this one, again, is pump action, but it has got the threaded lid as opposed to the one with the little sliding door. So I think this might be a little bit older. It's certainly got a slightly better quality. Again, with the handle, you see this extra piece in the handle to make it more comfortable to hold. Later ones, I think, don't have that. The small red can, no, no, not here, but that one is a nice little added extra that you don't often see. But yeah, K's, really good condition. Wasn't cheap for me. That wasn't cheap. But I thought I'd have to have it. Now, where are we at? Have I nearly finished? I've very nearly finished. Let's slurp of that tea before it goes colder. Too late, it's already gone cold. Now, my favourite find. I think it's my favourite find. Was this for £2. I believe it's an alligator grip spanners. And my friend on the my good friend who used to work on the railway, that previous one that I had very similar to this, he said that they knew them all as Sharkies, and they were taken out of service in the year 2000. But this is not a Sharky, because this on this side is a duck bill. Can you see that? Now on the other side it says SR. And now I've googled this, and there's several different things, from being part of a Sears catalogue to name of the company that might have used it, dated from about 1890 to 1920, and I don't really know how that would work so well. Where it's a short, you can't get that much leverage. There's a couple of little dinks in it, unfortunately, but that's the first one of those I've ever found, and that is definitely my favourite find this week. And what a lovely shaped thing. Lovely, lovely shaped thing. Now that, I think, unless I'm mistaken, is everything this week so far. Some cracky little bits and pieces, including that snap-on box, which I think was a steal. Yeah, interesting, I thought. Hopefully you do too. So, right, as my son always says, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you can help me in working out what any of these things are used for that I don't already know, like that weird press thing, I'd appreciate that. And hopefully see you all on the next one. Stay safe and see you soon. See you later.